Welcome to Thanix Reacts, my second channel. If you don't know me, I'm Thanix Gaming. 77 subscribers. Ha. Not enough subscribers to pay. So yeah. Yep. Check out my other channel. Thanix Reacts is my new one, where I'm gonna react to random stuff or whatever. Still trying to work out the kinks. What will I react to this time? I already watched this. Oh, I've seen that. This is my experience being the wealthiest school in Korea. My story animated. Let's watch this. Marvel ripoff, which is fine, because it looks pretty cool.
Relaxing in a beautiful hotel in Paris with the cutest French boy smiling at you from across the pool is just perfectly splendid in every way. My personal assistant / best friend Lexi rushed towards me while holding a letter. She read it out loud. Fancy a date on my yacht tonight? Meet me at 7 on the harbor. The boy across the pool winked at me. That night, I learned that his name was Pierre, and he treated me like a princess.
French. Random person you just met. Alright.
But our splendid date was interrupted by a panicked call from Lexi. Your dad's secretary called, and he's just sent the jet for us to leave right now. Ugh, he must have been mad because I'd been absent from school for a week now. I so didn't need school.
You should go to school, which is important to get in education. Very important. If you don't, you'll become dumb, and dumb people are the worst, so.
I said my goodbyes to Pierre, who said he wanted to see me again, but I just smiled and left. Oh, hey there. My name is Blair, and I have an almost perfect life. I'm as smart as Einstein himself. There's only one little problem. I'm dyslexic, but it's no big deal because I have Lexi to...
My teacher is dyslexic. She had dyslexia. She's an old teacher from last year. Didn't get to say goodbye. Graduation. I didn't get a graduation because of this damn virus. Okay. Yeah, good teacher. Social studies.
read everything for me. I used to be number one in literally everything, but things took a wild turn when a foreign exchange student joined our class. Please hit that subscribe button before I tell you my whole story.
Okay,
the
good for
next
you.
day, my limo dropped Lexi and me off at our school, a very expensive private one,
Lucky.
where only families with a net worth of at least $1 billion can...
That's hot. That's a lot of money. Too bad I ain't gold digger. Sometimes. Depends. I ain't saying I'm not gonna whore myself out, but maybe.
Blair, watch out! I screamed when I saw an angry dog charging.
That's me every time. I'm terrified of animals sometimes. It depends what size. That size does not matter to me. I can just kind of give it a little shove with my foot.
Towards me. What was it doing here? Pets aren't allowed. Francesca, my arch nemesis, picked it up while laughing at me. Good boy, she whispered, but I heard it. This insecure brat always found a way to ruin my day. Oh, hey, Blair. I'm giving out our newest luxury product, this $1 million perfume, for
$1 million perfume? Look at that face.
free. I thought you might need one. Thanks, Francesca, but I'd rather donate it to
Francesca. I don't like that name.
charity. The principal appeared and got angry when she saw her dog. Our dog mansion, with 10 floors, is currently being renovated, so my baby needs to roll with me.
Damn, that dog flexing. Like Lil Tay. What happened to her? I just know she was annoying and thought Fiji water was for rich people, which is really not, but okay.
Ugh, what a show-off. The principal shut her mouth when Francesca gave her a stupid perfume, too. In the middle of class, I suddenly forgot how to breathe when the most gorgeous boy that I'd ever seen walked in. Everyone, I would like you all to meet Terrence.
He kind of looks like Joker from Persona. And he's kind of got like Ash's little lightning bolt things on his face. Weird. And he's kind of emo.
a foreign exchange student from Korea, and he will be with us for this school year. We were all speechless as we looked at him. Francesca immediately offered her seat, but Terrence just headed quietly to the back. Our math teacher then started the discussion and suddenly asked us to solve the area of a stadium on our tables. Such a no-brainer. The answer is, it's 69,963 square meters. We all turned to Terrence like we'd seen a ghost. He'd answered before me. Like, how? After class, all the girls flocked around him, including Lexi.
Well, he was just a tad quicker. Okay, that's what she said, but okay.
I tried to smile at him too, but he didn't smile back. What a snob. I snatched Lexi away from him and told her to cut it out. Do that again and I'll fire you. Oh,
that's not very
come on,
nice.
Blair. He's literally perfect. He's like Lee Min-ho.
Damn
He's
it.
not my
ad.
type. Terrence.
Can I skip the ad? I don't. What the hell did I just
Cutest
do?
Way. And first impressions last. Every year, our principal holds an auction party, and this year, all the proceeds would be going to poor children in Africa.
Nice.
The last item to be
good.
auctioned was a beautiful pearl with a special history.
Oh, cool.
It cost around $50 million. As expected, Francesca and I started the bidding battle. 100 million. 200 million.
How rich are these people? This better be fake, because I don't think there's actually this much. What? What the hell? I can't speak either.
500 million. 1 billion. Then the principal asked if anyone wanted to go any higher. Lexi leaned closer to me and tried to stop me.
Yeah, stop her. Good job.
I couldn't let Francesca win.
Do you even want it? You shouldn't be spending money like that, you snob.
2 billion. 10 billion. Silence filled the room when a male voice joined in and said, $100 billion. Everyone turned.
Be my sugar daddy.
Turned to the back. It was Terrence again. He really was something else. The principal declared, "Wow, that's a new record. Sold." My eyebrows shot
like
up
this
when I saw
animation.
Francesca offering him a handshake.
Oh, God.
In a flirty way.
Ew.
Lexi said, "I think you two look better together." Ew, stop that, Lexi. He's a snob and only loves his phone. During our finals week, as usual, I took a special oral exam because
You're basically a kid. You were competing about who had more money.
of my reading condition. When the results came back the next day, the blood drained from my face when I didn't see my name at the top spot. It was Terrence. He hadn't even been in our school a full year. Then Francesca appeared from nowhere
Her name's Blair?
and said, "Just accept the fact that you're a
Oh, wait. No, I think she said that. I wasn't paying attention, actually. Okay.
loser now, Blair." I asked Lexi to do some research on Terrence. I needed to know what was up with him.
He's being smart. That's why. And you're dyslexic, which makes you smarter because you got basically a handicap.
He seemed like the love child of Einstein and Bill Gates.
Okay.
One day, while I was rushing to the toilet, I bumped into him and tripped over. Jeez, his chest was as hard as a tree. I looked up at him and met his cold, brown eyes. I was expecting him to offer his hand, but the jerk skipped past me like I was trash on the floor. I'd never felt so humiliated.
He's so cool.
It was the first time a guy had ignored me. Lexi came to the rescue and helped me to my feet. He helped me when I tripped out of my helicopter yesterday. Sorry, girl, but you're not his type. Francesca's comment made me furious. Thank God Lexi calmed me down, or else. During lunch, Lexi told me that she'd finally finished her research on Terrence. He was a young CEO in Korea, and his company develops games and software. That's why he's always on his phone.
Does he own Nintendo? What the hell?
So, he's a self-made billionaire. Interesting. I was on my way to our campus's art center one time, and I stopped when I saw a board ahead. It had some words on it. Francesca and her friends were right behind me, but I didn't want to ask her for help, so I tried to read it myself. It seemed to be saying something about a vacation.
Warning, feet
I
on
ignored
vacation.
the sign
What?
and continued walking. Suddenly, the ground under me collapsed. Someone caught me right on time before I was buried alive. I looked up to see my savior. It was Terrence. He let me go and
Warning, deep excavation. Why can't I say that? Excavation ahead.
Dusted his uniform off. Don't you know how to read? It says deep excavation ahead. I have dyslexia. Anyway, thanks for saving my life. Just be careful next time. My heartbeat was still going fast as I watched him walk away. A few days later, the principal announced the annual competition between private schools called the Battle of the Brains. I was so ecstatic when I was picked
Did someone
again
just
to
text me?
represent our school.
Oh, my friend
I
Josie.
always aced it. The problem was the
What?
competition would be all about teamwork, so I needed a partner. And Terrence was picked. Lexi came up to me and said, "Oh my God, I ship you both. This is going to be fun." I ignored Lexi's stupid comment and told Terrence to meet me in the music room. We needed to talk about the competition. While I was waiting for him, I started playing the piano.
Yes, 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 yes. I have a keyboard right next to me. I need to practice some more. Oh, I know like the very, very, very basics. I don't even know how to use the black keys yet. And my hand's just been in the same position so far. Yeah, I kind of took a break so far because I got so much work to do, but I should practice tomorrow. So yeah. I love piano. I love a woman who can play piano. Or violin. That's why I watched Your Lie in April. Actually, I watched that before I started to play piano. Or learn. Yeah. Thanix Gaming, go subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. I don't advertise myself. I hate that.
I couldn't finish the song because I forgot the keys. Just in time, he arrived and continued for me. We were so close to each other, and it felt really weird. I was about to move, but the way he played was hypnotizing.
Is this an anime? This feels like an anime. This should be an anime or like a mini show. Stop texting me, please.
I flinched when I felt a spark as our fingers touched. He looked down at me after he finished playing. That's how you do it. I don't
want to do my taxes? The hell? No, I don't. You're not even old enough to do taxes.
Need piano lessons right now. We need to plan a strategy. Just focus on the spelling. Memorize the letters of the longest words, and we'll be fine. Don't underestimate me, Terrence. How about you? Are you going to study? The dummy answered me with a poker face and left the room. Sometimes I really hated his guts and his gorgeous face. And underestimate me, Terrence. Memorize the letters of the longest words, and we'll be fine. Don't underestimate me, Terrence. How about you? Are you going to study? The dummy answered me with a poker face and left the room.
Poker face, poker face. Can't read my camera. Okay.
Sometimes I really hated his guts and his gorgeous face.
Hated? Hated. Yeah, that's a real word, I think. Is it? Yeah. I just forget words sometimes because, I'm surrounded by the same people every day.
Seriously, he was so confusing. The competition day finally came, and we were totally silent during the ride. He later fell asleep on my shoulder, and I went stiff as a board. Should I move my shoulder, or should I let him sleep in peace?
Just let him sleep in peace, you little creep.
Limo passed over a rough road, which woke him up. He looked up at me, and I immediately looked away. Can you, scoot over? You're in my personal space. My heartbeat went back to normal when he moved. I was so nervous during the game, but as expected, we made it to the final round. Terrence won the versus round against another boy, and then it was my turn. I needed to win this so we would be the winners already. I was shocked when the announcer said that it was a spelling round. Oh no. Spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Isn't that a song? That's a freaking Disney name. Supercalifragilistic. I can't even say it. Supercalifragilistic. Wait, no. Supercalifragilistic. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to rehear that.
Oh no. Spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Oh God, I hate that. I can't even say it. My mother can somehow. I can't.
Gave me an encouraging look. I focused and wrote down all the letters according to my memory. I felt like passing out from nervousness when I slowly raised my answer.
Yeah, my teacher didn't even know how to read until 6th grade. That's what she told us. I'm like, damn, really? I learned when I was 6th. That was like 1st grade for me. First around 2nd. I'm like, damn, really? That must have been tough. And yeah, she just kept on trying hard and became one of the smartest kids in her class, I believe. This is all from memory. I can remember until I was three, basically. But I kind of forget. Like one time when it was my aunt's graduation from middle school, after her long speech, I somehow snuck up on stage and said, get this, nobody cares. Yeah, but I don't remember that for some reason. Apparently it was super funny.
Correct. I jumped around in happiness and found myself hugging Terrence. When I realized what I was doing, I immediately pulled away. He then patted my head and smiled at me for the first time. And I must admit, he looked even more gorgeous. You did great. Well, thanks for your advice. Lexi showed up to congratulate us.
That is going to be a super smart baby.
Oh my gosh, you guys were so good. You two should get married already. Ugh, Lexi and her random fangirling. Terrence smiled at me in the hallway the next day, and it made me feel something in my stomach. What a miracle that he wasn't wearing his headphones and holding his phone in front of his face. Suddenly, the girls started screaming. I went to see what was happening and was shocked to see Pierre in our school uniform. He was showing everyone my pictures that he took on his phone. Oh, finally. There's my girl. Pierre immediately walked up to me and kissed me on the cheek. What are you doing here? I told you. I wanted to see you again. I enrolled in your school just to be with you.
How old are you? I thought you were an adult. I'm like, she shouldn't be. Yeah, I guess I should have guessed that. He was a kid, a teenager.
I didn't know what to say. Pierre kept following me around
Unless they're in college. I honestly don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
And it bothered me. I wanted to turn him down, but I felt bad for breaking a nice guy's heart. Mademoiselle, come. I have a surprise for you. I told Pierre that I still had a class, but he grabbed my arm and was about to pull
Sexual harassment! No, I'm just kidding. Well, technically it is, but...
me outside when someone grabbed my other arm. It was Terrence. Come on. We're running late already. Everyone stopped in their tracks to watch. Terrence and Pierre were glaring at each other, and
damn.
There I was, looking like a statue between them. Neither of them wanted to let me go, and it was so awkward. I caught Lexi's eye and
That's
gave her...
something I would do if I was in Terrence's place, except being rich and all that. Like, we had class first, and then she can go.
The signal to help me. She acted like she sprained her ankle and purposefully fell on Pierre. Lexi then winked at me as Pierre turned to help her. She was the best. I didn't know how to get rid of Pierre over the next few days. Terrence started avoiding me too. Once, when I went into class, Pierre winked at me and told me to come and sit next to him. I said, Pierre, I just want to be clear that you're not my boyfriend. Yet. That night,
Yeah.
Francesca threw a party on her own private island and invited everyone.
The hell? What the hell? Who the hell has a private island? I'm pretty sure Jeff Bezos might actually, but damn, these people are rich. And where is this again? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, start paying attention, Thanix.
I didn't want to go, but Pierre was so persistent. During the party, he was telling me about his plan to buy a resort in Paris. He was talking non-stop while all I could think about was Terrence. I wished he was here. I signaled Lexi to start our plan. I excused myself to the restroom as she came over and I let her entertain Pierre. I sneaked out and found myself in a beautiful garden. While I was smelling some flowers, I suddenly felt someone's presence beside me. I turned to see Terrence.
Damn.
You're here. I didn't think you'd come. Francesca came over to my place yesterday and invited me. What? I wanted to ask him what else she did at his place, but I chickened out. He was looking up at the sky and suddenly a snowflake dropped on his forehead and he slowly closed his eyes. It was a beautiful moment and I just staring. It's the first snow of the year. Oh, is it? He seemed to be so happy about it and I wondered why. Where's your boyfriend? He's not my boyfriend. I just met him in Paris last time I was there. I'm relieved. What do you mean? The snow continued falling over us. He stepped closer and suddenly kissed me on the forehead.
I want this to be a movie.
I like you, Blair. I wasn't expecting that. My heartbeat was so loud I was shaking. Moments later, I finally gave in to my attraction. I think I like you too. Let's get out of here. I told him that only my dad had access to our helicopter, but he just gave me a smug smile and said, That's not a problem. Did he plan ahead or what? The helicopter flew us to a beautiful place, and while we were enjoying the marvelous view beneath
Rich people problems.
us, I felt his hand holding mine. It gave me an electric feeling. I'd never felt this way before. After our helicopter date, he brought me to this Korean restaurant and made me taste their delicious specialties. We fought over the bill, and he won and paid for it. I then gave
He's a gentleman. Men should always pay for the date.
waiter a tip, a key to a car. That's very generous of you, but I prefer giving tips like this. He gave the waiter a business card and told him that his secretary would assist him in enrolling in the school of his choice. Education is more important, Blair.
Hell yeah, he's a good man. He's a good person. There should be more people like him that are rich, even if they're not rich.
Oh, he was wiser than I thought. It was almost midnight when we strolled in the park. When I complained about my high heels hurting my feet, he gave me a piggyback ride. This man had never failed to surprise me. We were inseparable over the next few weeks, while Lexi always ended up distracting Pierre. One day, Terrence was teaching me Korean when Lexi kept calling me. I was enjoying our session, so I ignored her calls. Later that day, I was on my way to my locker when I saw Francesca's dog again. It started chasing me, and I ran into the nearest room. While I was catching my breath, I was surprised to see Pierre in there too. Bonjour, mademoiselle. Miss me? Before I could react, he suddenly kissed me. I was so shocked that I couldn't move. I slapped him and walked out to look for
Yes, you should.
Lexi, but I couldn't find her anywhere. She wasn't answering my calls either. Where was she when I needed her? The next day, everyone was looking at me like I'd done something terrible, which I apparently did because an anonymous account had posted a picture of me kissing Pierre on Instagram. No, it was all a mistake. I asked Lexi about it, but she was so mad at me. What did I do? That pervert made a move on me. You weren't there when I needed you because you only care about Terrence now. Lexi, I'm
Okay. You could have texted her, but okay.
so sorry. Please don't do this to me. You're my best friend. No, Blair, I'm just your personal assistant. Oh, not anymore, because I'm resigning. I was crying as she left me. I looked for Terrence and found him in the music room. Terrence, it's not what you think. Let me explain. I don't deal with cheaters. I tried
Damn, dude, you should listen.
to convince him, but my heart broke when he said, "Get lost, Blair. I don't want to see you again." I was totally miserable after that. My best friend and boyfriend were ignoring me, and everyone was calling me a cheater. One day, I passed out in my room because I hadn't eaten all day.
Okay, that's not good.
When I opened my eyes, the first thing I saw was Lexi. Thank God you finally woke up. You had me so worried. Are you okay? How can I be okay when you hate me now? Oh my God, stop. I'm not used to seeing you cry. Lexi then told me that she overheard Francesca and Pierre talking about their plan to set me up. I knew it. I need to talk to Terrence.
Damn mother effers. They planned that? Oh my god.
She then looked away and said, "He went back to Korea this morning."
Aw. Well, you obviously can buy a jet with how much money you were gonna spend on that little pearl thing. So you can easily buy a ticket.
What? Are you freaking serious? I felt like someone had thrown cold water on me. She just bowed her head and avoided my eyes. Why so soon? Is this a prank? I'm so sorry, Blair. I already told him the truth, and he believed me, but he still left. No,
Aw.
no. This can't be happening. I tried to get up, but Lexi told me that my doctor had advised that I shouldn't leave bed yet. I called Terrence, but his phone wasn't on. I checked his social media accounts and confirmed that he was already back in Korea.
He posts on. He posts there? Okay. I didn't think he'd post anything. I thought he was one of those people that just looks through.
I just wanted to sleep and hope that it was all a dream. The next day, I woke up to Lexi's scream. She pulled me out of bed and dragged me outside. There was an unfamiliar jet landing outside. A handsome boy then stepped out, and I swear, my heart jumped with joy when I realized who it was. I ran up to him and hugged him.
Yay! Happy ending!
He apologized for doubting me and for not telling me about him leaving. I just needed to finish my surprise for you. He then showed me an app on his phone. You can download this from the App Store. I've specially developed this for dyslexics. Oh my God, this is amazing. I love you, Terrence. I love you more, my Blair. I was so over the moon when he finally kissed me. Another cute
Aww. As in Blair? As in the Blair Witch?
Korean guy came out, and Lexi looked like she just peed her pants. Terrence introduced him as Andrew, his
She probably peed her pants in a different way, but okay.
brother. And Lexi started jumping in excitement. Thank God you have a brother. Terrence and I just laughed as we held each other's hands.
Oh, that was a nice video. I like that one. Oh, I saw this one earlier. Because why not? I haven't seen this one. Oh, wait, no, I've seen this one, yes. Very good. Well, if you liked this video, please hit and like and subscribe. Actually, no, I don't care, honestly. I don't suck up to people. That's what I do. Unless I look up to them, which I really rarely look up to anyone. So, yeah. Share with your friends, I guess, or whatever. Do whatever you want. It's your right.